Hello, everybody. This is Justin Case of America Newscape, joining our dear friend and author Janice Lynn. Hello, Janice. Welcome back to American Newscape.
Hi there.
Hey, we've missed your writing and stuff, and we wonder what happened with all that, and you're going to fill us in.
I've still been writing. That's kind of a given, I think. It's just part of who I am. So I've still been writing my medical romances for Harlequin. And I usually have I've had a couple come out each year of those. So not as many as I used to write, but it's still two a year. And then Hallmark Publishing, unfortunately, decided that they were no longer going to put out their romance line. And so they closed that. It took several years, actually, for that to kind of all the legalities of everything for me to get my rights back to my books. And I actually got those back earlier this year. And Thule Publishing, I'm very fortunate that they wanted to buy my books. So they bought the first three that had already came out, and they bought the fourth book, which Hallmark had bought, but had not ever released. So it's going to come out in November, finally, after several years of being written and me being so excited to share it with the world. And so it comes out in November, and then in 2025, a fifth book is going to be coming out of the Wrapped Up in Christmas books. So I don't have a title for it yet, so I'm not quite sure what they're going to call it. The one coming out, book 4, is Wrapped Up in Christmas Love. So.
Well, even I've become a fan of that series, Janice, and never thought I would. But you are a very entertaining writer, and you paint a very quaint picture with your characters, and you've even had what was his name? That cat I enjoyed so much, Bobbin.
Bobbins,
Yeah.
Bobbins. He does make an appearance in book 4, so that's
Oh no, I'm having to read that book now. Okay, well I'll do that.
you have to read that book too.
Well, Bobbins is a star. He was certainly a star of the first book, and
Yeah.
that's good. Good. Glad Bobbins is coming back. And these are, let me tell people, these are suitable. This is not a paid endorsement, but they're suitable for gifts to your grandparents for Christmas, gifts to your grandchildren for Christmas. And they're just wonderfully, something you can be proud of giving as a gift. And I promise you, if your grandchildren can read, they'll enjoy these books.
So so they are sweet romances set in small towns. I write like I would love to live there. So that's the I guess the background behind that. So it's a place that you just feel good. I mean, originally they were wrote for Hallmark, so it has that Hallmarky feel to it of where you just feel like it's a really good place and you feel very safe there to go there, to be around the people that are in those stories. I like to write emotional, so you know, I have a lot of people tell me their emotions run the gamut, that there's places in the story that kind of make them get a little teary eyed. And then there's a lot of places where they're laughing out loud. And that definitely is my goal with that. I think we connect to people on that emotional level. And so in a book, you need to connect to your characters and the people who are in those books by feeling emotion for them.
Well, yeah, and they're good stories. I mean, they have happy endings, and we just like them. And having some experience still living in a small town today, it does bring about. I call it quaint, and maybe that's an easy word to grab, but I think people will really, really enjoy them because I do,
Yeah.
and I'm provided a
Now,
lot.
you weren't a big romance reader before my books, right? That's
No, I wasn't. Maybe a movie or two, but no, I wasn't. And certainly not a fan of
you're,
Hallmark
you're not like
movies.
get your over the head romance books either, though.
No,
There's other plots there. So,
Well, it was written by a friend, so
mhm.
that was a
Yeah,
bait to hook
the,
me to read it. And I
yeah,
believed I would use my speed reading skills to glance at it so we could do an interview. And I caught myself reading it.
yeah.
So that's a testament to the quality of it.
That's good. Yeah,
All right.
that's good. So, so my that wrapped up in Christmas series, which the fourth book is coming out this November. They do all feature a Quilt of Valor. The Quilt of Valor is an organization that is very near and dear to my heart. And I really am trying to use my platform as an author to bring more awareness to their group. Their foundation wraps veterans in quilts of healing. So they volunteers make and donate quilts, and those quilts are wrapped around veterans, and those veterans are welcomed home. And so it's just an amazing organization. So I love to be able to use the platform that God's given me with writing to be able to introduce people who might not otherwise hear about Quilts of Valor Foundation through my stories. So,
Well, thank you, Janice. And what was the moment you decided you were going to be a writer?
birth. No, I don't know.
Probably.
That's so the first thing that I know of that I wrote was a little story in first grade, and I know it because my mom kept it. And it was a little story that was probably like 3 or 4 sentences on tablet paper about a little witch, and it got first place in my first grade little writing competition. So
Wow.
that is the first thing I know of that I wrote, and I have always like penned little stories. I have some notebooks of books that I wrote in high school, and then my parents got me a typewriter, and I have some that are typed and stuff back in the good old days where you better not mess up on that page or you get to retype the whole page.
Yeah.
So I guess I say I can't remember when I didn't write. Definitely, probably was about a 10-year period, maybe with college and getting married and having my children, and working on my degree for my nurse practitioner. I'm a nurse practitioner by day, a writer by night, and working on that I did go several years. That my writing was more technical, more school oriented, more that type of thing. And But fortunately, I got back to writing.
Well, thank goodness. And the other thing that you do that we are you my me and our fans of this channel, we consider you a heroine. So not only a writer, but a nurse, but a hero. Hero in our eyes. All right, Janice. Well, hey, we're looking forward to doing some interviews on these books that are coming out, and we're just so glad you took some time out of your busy day to join us. And thank you for all you do.
Thank you for having me here. I love to talk about Quilts of Valor, to talk about my books, and so I appreciate being here.
All right, now we love having you, Janice. So you take care, and we'll catch you soon.
Thank you.